Hey everyone, it is Wednesday and welcome to Deb Crafts. It's Deborah. So you asked, several of you commented on my last video from Friday about a tutorial for this little notepad. Actually, it was from Saturday because I used up all my scraps to make this little tiny notebook. So I plan on making a little notebook on camera with you using this 6x6 paper pad, which is one of my paper smash choices for March. Yeah, that's a handful. But anyway, I plan on doing that on camera with you, so you will need some paper, of course, some blank paper that you want to use for the pages within the notebook, and then you will need a chipboard. You could use the chipboard off the back of your paper pad. You can, use a cereal box. You don't have to go out and buy any chipboard. If you use something like this, you want to double it up. Okay, just make sure. By the way, I want to show you something right here. See the front of this? This would make a cute cover to a little notebook. Just FYI, and you could use some of this for the pages. Just saying, just letting you know. Use it up. So anyway, I plan on showing you this. This little notebook measures 2 inches wide. We're going to use the mini cinch. Actually, this one, sorry guys, this is the teeny one. We're going to use the big cinch. This measures 1.75 by 2 inches, okay? 1.75 by 2 inches. You can go ahead and cut all your paper to that. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go off camera, cut all my paper, my chipboard, to 1.75 inches wide by 2 inches tall, and make sure your directional paper is going the right way. Okay? All right, I'll be right back. Okay, here is what you should have to make this a little notebook. You should have your cover piece, a piece of chipboard, and the back cover of the front cover. Okay? And then you should have your other piece of chipboard, inside cover, and then the outside cover. Remember, those are 1.75 by 2 inches. 1.75 by 2 inches. And then you should have your 20 pages. Okay? 20 pages. So I will show you what we need to do now. We're going to take care of our covers. Need glue, or if you use a tape runner, go ahead. It's very small, so keep that in mind. If you use a tape runner, it's going to be harder. And you want to make sure it sticks. You want it to stay. So I do use Barely Art glue, my favorite glue. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that we are taping and that I'm on camera, number one. So then we'll go ahead and glue this. The easiest way I found to do this is just to take it, match them up together, and it works pretty much every time. As long as I cut everything right. So this one, I want to make sure that I'm putting everything. If you have directional paper, you want to make sure that both of your directional papers work. I like to put a more decorative paper on the inside covers because there's not, the only color in this little book is the covers. So you want to have, a little bit more color on those covers. Okay, so that's the way I sandwich chipboard to make my covers. That's what that is. So I will continue. I'll go ahead and do the second one. This is going to be my front cover. Okay, so I'll have front cover, my pages, And then this is going to be the back cover. Now with this back cover, I did go ahead and use the same floral on the inside and the outside, and I'm okay with that. If you want to change it up, go right ahead. Guys, this is a great way to use up all your little scraps. And wouldn't this be a cute little addition to an Easter basket? Or if you did it for, let's say you did little favors for a Easter tea party, or you know, a tea party of any kind would be great, and add, you know, a tea bag with it. The tea bag is bigger than this little book, by the way. So, but anyway, we're just going to glue these and take care of our covers. Just remember that you want to make sure that directional paper is going the same way on both sides if you use two sides of directional paper. Okay, so that's my back cover. All right, give me a minute. I'm going to go ahead and get, I cut out a bunch more because I don't like to do, you know, I like to do several at a time when I start this. So let me get this out of the way. We're going to get my big cinch. I don't know how this is going to work, guys, because it's big, and yeah, my camera's right there. You want to make sure your slider is on 1 inch. Let me show you what that means. Let me see if I can, 1 inch right here. This is your slider. Just make sure it's on 1 inch. Okay, 1 inch. All right, so this is how I have my, put that to the side real quick. This is how I have my little notebook lined up. I have the back cover, and we're going to do top binding. Okay, we're not doing side binding, we're going to do top binding. So I have my back cover, and these match, so it doesn't matter which way it goes. But if you had two different types of paper and you wanted something on the outside, you need to make sure that you arrange that correctly. This is my front cover, and these are my pages. Okay, here's our little cheat sheet right here. 1 15/16. Do you know where that is? Okay, let me see if I can help you out here. I'm not going to punch my covers first, because if I make a mistake on that, that's harder to replace. So I will do my punch on this first and then come back. So 1 15/16. Remember that. And you can cut more than one page at a time. So let me see if I can figure out how to show you where that is. 1 15/16. So I'm going to put this in, and it's right before the 2 on this side. Actually, hold on. So you've got your 3 punches right here. So yeah, you want to go ahead, 1 15/16. Here's your 1. And this would be a good idea to put like a little piece of washi tape so you know, because you're not going to butt it up over here. Well, let me see if I can show you. 1 15/16 is right here. That little line right there. So let's go ahead. It's right before the 2, right here. 1 15/16. That's where I want you to punch it. So I'm going to go ahead and push this in. I hope you can see this. And make sure that it goes all the way to the back. And when you have it, your little page should be long enough where you can see it right there, 1 15/16. So let's go ahead and punch it. I hope I had it all the way to the back on both sides, and I did. So that's a really good punch. So you want to go ahead and punch everything that way. Let me put a piece. I don't have any washi tape or anything here that would, but go ahead and, guys, put your piece of washi tape or something lined up exactly with that 1 15/16 so you can make sure that you punch everything right every time, because it's not going to be able to be, you're not going to be able to butt it up against here. You have to put it on 1 15/16. Okay. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go punch all my pages and my covers, and I'll be right back with you. So I have everything punched. I did mess up a few pages. I'm not going to replace them. I'm just going to go with it. And you may do that too. That's why it was important to go ahead and put your washi tape there and, you know, have it ready for that. So I am going to use a 5/8 inch wire. I do have some scrap wire that I want to use. And Lord, okay, there we go. I need to make sure that that is 5/8 before I use that. And I'm pretty sure it is. Yep, it is. Okay, guys, this part is hard for me to film on the big one, so I am going to switch over to my mini cinch. We just had to punch the holes on the big cinch. But I'm going to switch over to my mini cinch because it's hard for me to film. My workspace is small. Oh, look at all that. Okay, I need to empty my little thing. So I'm going to go ahead and, where is my wire cutters? I gotta watch it because I lose these all the time. So I need 3 rings. And I am going to go ahead and cut off that because this is such a small notebook. You do not want that sticking out. All right, I doubt that I can use that one. I am going to save it because sometimes you can do the split rings, or, you know, if you have 2 and 1, you could put those together to make. All right, so I need to go ahead and flip all of this over. This is how I do it, guys. So I'm just going to take this, the pages, flip them over the right side up, put them on there. I didn't have any unlined, this is my front cover. I didn't have unlined index cards, so I had to use these. This is my front cover. I want my Easter basket with the bunny on the front. I put that. This is my back cover, and I want to make, it doesn't matter which side goes, since I did both of them. I think I want that other side. I want this on the outside, so I'm going to flip it around. This will be on the inside. Okay, so I hope that made sense. So all I'm going to do is make sure these are very even, put them at the back wall. Both of those need to be at the back wall so you can get a proper crunch. And then it's, you know, perfectly round. Okay, like that. So there you go. There's your little tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this. I need to make the rest of them, and we'll go from there. Please comment below if you have any questions. Please comment and let me know if you made one and what paper did you use. I would love to know that. I would even love a picture of it, or if you do a video of, if you have a YouTube channel and you want to show me a video, please link it and let me know what you made. So here you go. Remember that 1 15/16. Okay, there you go. Cute. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.